Welcome back, everyone, to Crusader Kings 3. My second time doing a playthrough of this game. The first time with the new downloadable content with the Royal Court, which we don't have access to the Royal Court yet because we're not royal. But once I become a kingdom, that will all change. If you did not see episode 1, there's a link in the description that will take you back to that one. We are ready to dive into episode 2 here. Duke Christoph of Augsburg. I did redesign the Duchy of Augsburg flag. I like that one. I know it's kind of a bit of a Nordic feel to it, but I just like the color combination there. You can tell I obviously like those colors. And yes, I'm aware that this S looks a little like the SS symbol. So I'm feeling like we're going to go ahead and at least change that. That had occurred to me at the time, but I was thinking about it being for Stillwagon, so honestly I didn't think a whole lot of it, and I probably should have thought better of that at the time. So I think we'll go ahead and redesign that. I'm going to see if I can... I don't like the white. I wish I could add a white outline to this cross, and there might be a way to do that. I'm just not seeing it at the moment, but at some point we can do that. But for now, we're just going to leave it like that. I know it's simple, but I like simple. I don't like the crazy designs that have a ton of things going on. So my goal this episode is just to continue to build up the infrastructure within my realm. I do have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counties now as a duke. But only a few of those are directly under me. I've got, let's see, Augsburg, Kempten, Burgau, and München. So we do have the ability to gain more. So it's possible I may go ahead and just swipe these other counties from the people that are under me, but for now I won't. But at some point I may do that. Another thing that I want to think about doing here at some point, right now we're working on increasing development, but at some point I may try to promote culture and switch all of our culture over to Bavarian. All right, we're being called to war by my ally, so I guess I have no choice. The war is so far to the north, I'm not really thinking I'm going to have a chance to get involved in it. And I think our guy will be okay to handle this one by himself. I guess we'll see, though. Oh, he's only got 622 men. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle this or not. Guess we'll see in a minute. Yeah, it's not going well. Alright, so the war ended before I would have had a chance to really intervene anyway. Not a huge deal, but obviously doesn't bode well if I need help in the meantime. I want to look at my council real quick and see. Yeah, see, Chancellor, not so great. I feel like we could do a lot better for our Chancellor than Reinhard. Marshal, maybe we could do a little better, but he's not terrible. And, of course, our bishop's not outstanding either. But so let's see what we might be able to do about marrying off someone in our court to get ourselves a better chancellor. So who do we have available at the moment? Let's see. Well, I mean, I've got my son, who's now 14, and he's already kind of promised off to someone. Let me take a look at her real quick. Yeah, that's not going to be very helpful. How about my court physician? She's 43 years old. Not too worried about. We're going to go matrilineal. And what I want is someone with a high stewardship skill. Or not stewardship. What am I thinking? Diplomacy. Matthias. Yeah, okay. He'll accept that. Come to our court, sir. Awesome. Now, we're going to make him... Let's go over to court. Make him our new... Not court. Council. Make him our new chancellor. Chancellor. Chancellor, you know. There we go. And we've got a new chancellor. Much, much higher skill than the previous one. Domestic affairs, foreign affairs. Whose opinion do we need to improve, I guess is the question. Well, that seems pretty obvious. The guy that has the -40 is the guy we want to work on here. So, although we might just We can't revoke titles because I only have limited crown authority. We'll have to change that too. All right, let's take a look at the available buildings we can make in Augsburg and what they'll do for us. I like the farms and fields because it's a nice, easy way to gain a significant amount of tax. And right now, that's what I'm concerned about, is adding to our income more than anything else. So let's go ahead and construct farms and fields in Augsburg. Oh, man. So my wife was pregnant again, but it appears that we lost the child. Not an uncommon thing at all at this time in history, but still very, very sad. We do have a 15-year-old son, 13-year-old son, and a 2-year-old daughter. I'm going to look at my second son now, Lothar, and start thinking about who we might ally with. Interesting. The daughter of Earl Alfred of Wessex. I like the idea of allying with him, but he's so far away as to not really offer me a lot as far as alliances go. I need somebody a little closer. I'm starting to think about what's around me and how that might be impacted by things. All right, there's really no better options out there, so we're going to go ahead and marry off Lothar, or at least betroth him, to the 11-year-old daughter of Alfred of Wessex. Let's make that happen. And now we're allied with him. I want to take a look at him real quick. So you can see the realm that he has. He doesn't have a lot right now. This is not a time in history when Wessex has come to kind of be the dominant kingdom in England, or what will become England. But, hey, you never know. My son Matthias has come of age. Let's take a look and see. He's a brilliant strategist and a logistician. I'm very happy with that. Let's take a look at him here. All right, those are good stats to start out with for a new ruler. I'm happy with that. I'm thinking, let's get them married. The other thing I want to get done here is I want to take a look at the court, and I'd love to get an antiquarian because that allows us to start making our own artifacts. Now, the only person who can do that is our court physician, which would mean we'd move her from that position where she's actually got a good aptitude. But I feel like I could use that more right now than a court physician. Oh, she can do both. Excellent. All right, good for her. So now, I wonder if we can go ahead and commission her to do some works. All right, so here we can go to commission artifact, and we can choose what it'll be. It's going to cost 100 to do it, though. A local artisan with a sponsored project arrives at your court. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to do that, I think. I want to give it a try. We can commission a weapon, armor, a crown. I don't want to do a crown yet. I do like the idea of a weapon, though. All right. Folkard takes a couple deep breaths before bowing deeply. It is both an honor and a privilege to forge you a weapon. He speaks in a dignified way, but there's a glimmer of excitement in his eyes that betrays his serious demeanor. Tell me, what is your preferred way of fighting with a weapon? I wish to forge something that would suit you best. Interesting. So, my martial skill's decent. It's not outstanding. Slash and pierce. It'll be a dagger or a sword, or an axe, a hammer, or a mace. Ooh, interesting. A spear. I will trust your judgment. Interesting. You know what? He's forging a magnificent weapon. I feel like I'd rather have an axe, a hammer, or a mace than end up with a dagger. Though sword, you know, I don't know. All right. We'll take our chances and hope maybe we get a sword. I'm looking at what will be coming next as we work toward creating the Kingdom of Bavaria. Next to us is the Duchy of Bavaria, which is a significant sized duchy. So it's going to take some time to gather all of that up. Now, there is no Duke of Bavaria at the moment. All of these different counts control that territory. So we're just going to have to start thinking about where we go. We already have Munich, which is inside of the Duchy of Bavaria. I think we'll go here next. We could offer vassalage, but he will not accept. I don't know if anybody else is going to be any better with that. Because if there's a possibility of offering vassalage without too much trouble, I might do that. But in the meantime, we're probably going to have to fabricate claims and go to war, which we don't want to do too often, lest we anger everyone around us. So let's go to our, I believe it's our, no, it's not our steward. It's the bishop. All right. Let's fabricate a claim here, and we'll go from there. I bump into a very grave-looking Folkard. Oh boy. My weaponsmith, hoping that he doesn't bring ill news of the splendid work he should have ready for me. Oh, there you are, my liege. I have hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My ideas have gone to ground as the pressure mounts. He laughs nervously. I need some inspiration. Mighty Duke, might you have some prior examples I could examine? Yeah, to the armory. Okay. In the meantime, new available perk. It is my domain. We'll go with that one. Okay. Folkard and I are ushered into my extensive armory where I point out some of my favorite items hinting at their stories. So the wife comes along. Actually, no, that's my court physician and antiquarian. She watches from afar, wincing each time an object is improperly handled or misidentified. That's the typical kind of antiquarian attitude. Like, you picture yourself in a museum and somebody reaches down and doesn't handle things with the right way or doesn't put gloves on. And yeah, that's kind of her. There's nothing here that stands out to me. Any suggestions? Let's ask the antiquarian. Folkard finds poor metal. Might be of a slightly lower quality. Ugh. Blah. I need something good. Alright, here we go again. Is there anyone special to you, my lord? My beloved wife. Only the Lord guides me. So this determines what I get. We're going to go with piety. Only the Lord guides me. We get a good amount of piety, up to 1,200 now. Crop fields constructed in Augsburg. That's going to gain us some income. Inspiration realized. He presents me with an object wrapped in cloth. All right, a wrought iron sword of fine craftsmanship. This is lovely. This is my Bavarian sword. Let's take a look now at our inventory. Here it is. So the durability is going to last for 72 years. Interesting. So I can only pass it on for so long. I could reforge or repair it. So let's equip that Bavarian sword. Interesting. My first experience with that. All right, my first grandchild. The dynasty is growing. My daughter-in-law, Oda, has given birth to a daughter. After an ancestor, Hildegard, Aida. We got to remember she's of the house Udonen. Interesting. Okay, Ida. I like Ida. May you grow strong and wise, Ida. We're about to complete increasing of development in München. So now we're going to switch over to something else here with our council. Let's start promoting culture. See if we can't get this culture to spread to some of these other areas. Make things a little easier for us long term. Tourney troubles. As a duke, I have been obliged to attend a local jousting tournament, but the contestants have been delayed. The tourney won't start for at least another hour. My knight Radoslav, sitting under a nearby pavilion, clearly bored halfway to death. Spend some time with him. We'll become friends. I could lose stress. I don't really have a lot of stress. Let's chill with the knight and become friends. My counselor Matthias has bled to death. Well, that kind of sucks. He was the guy I brought in to be one of the better ones on the council, so now we're going to have to look for someone else. Well, I mean, I guess I could just marry Hunid off again. Let's see what we can find this time around, huh? All right, diplomacy. Actually, we've got this guy here, Folkard. Why don't we just put him in there? Why can't we put him in there? We don't need to get anybody else. We've already got the guy right there. He's a compassionate zealot. He's unmarried. We could actually bring in somebody else if we wanted, but Marshall's the other thing I'm looking at. But honestly, I'm not fighting too much to really be worried about a Marshal at the moment. Well, this is interesting. Serf refugees. An influx of serfs has arrived in the county of Burgau from the neighboring county of Ingolstadt. They claim to be fleeing from the abusive rule of Count Sigismund of Ingolstadt, and they wish to live in my domain instead of his. Legally speaking, they are still in bondage to Sigismund. Well, we'll see how that goes. He's an insane blackguard. Interesting. Yeah, we'll tick him off. Show my serfs to their new farms. Interesting. Return the serfs, but give him a stern rebuke. No, I think I will gather them for myself. He's not going to like this. I know you have stolen my serfs from me. I may not have any way of recovering them, but do not think I will forget this offense. You have earned my enmity, and I hope it was worth it. They were your serfs, blah, blah, blah. Grumble all you want. It does not change anything. So that's Ingolstadt. That's right here. So he's ticked off at me now. That's fine. I don't care. My son Lothar has come of age. His stats not as good as his brother's, but that's okay. He's the second son. All right, we have our claim. So let's think about using it now. Falkenstein. Count Drogo. Does he have any allies? Berchtesgaden. Interesting. Don't care. We could offer vassalage, but he won't accept it. I was looking at the wrong place. It's not Falkenstein. It's here. So easily going to win this one. We can raise up to 3,000 soldiers. So there's really not a whole lot he can do about it. In fact, I really don't even need to raise my entire military. I do need to think about the military a little bit moving forward, though. Our levies can handle this job easily. But let's go ahead and raise them. We're only raising the main levy. We aren't calling for our counties to actually do theirs as well. And we're not going to call our ally either because we don't need him. Alright, there's victory. Now we're going to lay siege. It may take up to a year to do that. I want to take a look and see who got things done. He had a guy kill 11 on his side. Heinrich, his steward. Nice. Alright, is that my son? Yeah. Alright. We got to tell our son he's not going to be a knight anymore. That is not something we want to even mess with at all. Because obviously he could potentially get killed. And we cannot see that happen. So let's go in and tell Matthias that he is forbidden from being a knight. Alright, we won the siege. He came and attacked me again at one point. We captured the Chancellor. I think he was the guy who was pretty good in battle, wasn't he? I wonder if we could get him to join my side. I guess that'll probably happen when I win this, huh? Alright, there we go. We have gathered up another county. I can have up to 5 more directly under me. We could ransom Gebhardt. Actually, for a favor. Yeah. Let's do it that way. We can designate a guardian for my daughter Bertrada. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to have this girl do it. I like what she has to offer. Low county control in the new one, so we'll have to deal with that. So let's go to our council and go to our marshal. and he's going to increase control in that new county. Oh, actually, we need to deal with Burgau. They've got even lower control, it seems. Actually, the control there was 99, so it's only going to take a little bit of time to get it up to 100. We need to put down the army. I haven't dealt with that either, but let's go ahead and send him over here to deal with that, because theirs is at 0. Alright, we've had a third son. This could actually start to become a problem if I have too many sons, because they're all going to want land and things like that. So let's see. A good Catholic name, good Bavarian name. Actually kind of liked Albrecht. We'll go with Friedrich. I like that too. Alright, and Lothar has now gotten married. So our family's starting to grow a little bit. Let's take a look at our house as it exists. I mean, there's not a lot to it at the moment so far. It's just the first generation, now into the second, with my 3-year-old granddaughter, Ida. But eventually, we'll see more things happen. Oh, Friedrich's so cute. He's a cute-looking kid. We do make good kids, my wife and I. So Bertrada's 7, Lothar's 18, Matthias is 20. Greetings, Duke Christoph of Augsburg. Your son Matthias has taken great interest in my work as your chancellor as of late. If you were to graciously allow me to spend some time with the young man, he is sure to learn quite a few things about politics, etiquette, and diplomacy. Yeah. Let's do that. He gained a favor hook on me because of it. What else can we be working on right now? I'm going to look around a little bit. There's no factions, I don't think, which is good. Everybody's pretty happy with me at the moment. Our income's pretty good to the point where I could probably think about some further building. So let's go back to... we can create a new holding. I don't think we have the money for that right now. 340 minimum. Let's take a look here. Pastoral lands doesn't increase taxes that much. Actually, nothing really does there, so I might think about going somewhere else with that. Forestry, that'd be a decent improvement. Let's do that. My wife, Duchess Rotried, is with child, and I should be overjoyed. However, she has been acting strange, and I cannot shake the feeling something is wrong. I have always worried that her insatiable appetite was a general one, not just for me. Could the child belong to someone else? I feel like I should confront her directly. Of course the child is yours, she bites her lip. Why would you ever think otherwise? Alright, we're going to look into this a little more. Suspicions laid to rest. She found out about my suspicions. She's very disappointed in me. Oh, well. Alright, let's host a feast, shall we? It's going to cost well, no, that's too much money. Yes, I'm worried about the cost of things. I could found a new kingdom. Interesting. If I have 123 more gold, I could actually create my own kingdom. That's actually kind of interesting, and it would be a lot easier than trying to conquer all of Bavaria and create that kingdom title. Holy cow! Twin daughters. All right. Praise Saint Bridget. We've got twin daughters. Sophia's good, and Anna. I like that. Interesting. All right. Back to our children, which we now have 6. Bertrada, we have not yet thought about who we're going to marry her off to. What about rank? There's a duke. Oh my gosh, he's 57. Alliance power. He's evil. We're not going to do that. Prestige gang. How about that? The son of Count Lothar of House Carling Nancy. That might be good. A good French nobleman. Louis the Younger Carling. I like this one right here. How much younger is that? 6 and 9. That's not too bad. Stranger things have happened. And now we've got a new alliance. So my steward has died of old age. Who's the best one we got now? Count Adelhard. Alright, I guess that's who we're going with. How close are we to being able to create a new kingdom? 79 away. It's not too bad. A shady discussion. Interesting. I love this guy's helmet, by the way. I am passing through the castle gardens on a morning walk when the soft breeze carries the voices of Radislav and Hunid to my ear. Hunid being my court physician and antiquarian. I've relied on her a lot lately. She's Welsh. Their discussion relates to Count Adelhard, who is my new steward. I just appointed him to that because my steward died. If only I could get a bit closer. I must know what they are hiding. My interrogate... Oh my gosh, really? Oh, dude. Oh, not cool. I just killed off my antiquarian / court physician. Oh no. Alright, well, I didn't mean to torture them to death. I just thought I was going to ask them a little more forcefully. Oh man. Not cool. Alright. Well, lesson learned. Lover's pox. Oh man. She told me that that wasn't happening. Get out of bed, you treacherous hussy. She was sleeping around. Now I'm wondering about those kids after all. My spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is plotting to kill me. Man, things went downhill so fast. It was going so smooth. We were conquering land. We were growing, about to create our own kingdom. Now I've tortured to death 2 of my courtiers, including my court physician. My wife has a venereal disease because she's been sleeping around. And now somebody's trying to kill me. Man, it's been a bad year, 895. Let's look at the factions. Alright, so what we need to do right now is we need to go to our council. We need to go to the spy master. And assuming it's not our spy master that's trying to kill me, we need to find out what's going on. So we're already disrupting schemes, so I guess we're good there. My daughter-in-law has another daughter. We're going to have a son at some point down there on that next generation. Call to war. Okay, on the earldom of Berkshire. Interesting. So a war in England going on. We'll accept only because I have to. My spy master says it's Count Sigismund. Alright, well, not surprised there. He's the guy that I ticked off by taking his serfs. So, what is going on? Okay. So let's go to Count Sigismund, and I think... Oh, he's actually not part of my things right now, so we're going to have to get some more people involved in this scheme to kill him. I may just go to war with him. I don't know. I can't declare war. I need a better reason than that. Yeah, he's definitely not going to accept that. Let's start a scheme to murder him. See if we can get anybody in. Oh, the murder on me has been abandoned. Well, maybe I shouldn't try to murder him then, after all. Now I'm getting stressed out because of this guy. Curse you, Sigismund. I can't create the kingdom title right now because I'm at war. And apparently that is a no-no for creating kingdom titles. So we're going to have to hold off on that until the war's over. Okay. I can barely contain my glee as I find Countess Gerberge, Count Sigmund's wife. If I could get her to help me. Your husband has been calling you a vile boar. Oh, man. Please tell me about your castle. I'm not going to lie to her. I'll just try to get to know her a little better. Alright, another daughter-in-law. Having a daughter. So let's take a look at the situation. I have 3 granddaughters now. A good omen to lull him with false security. Vassals. No, family. Here we go. Let's take a look at the family tree now. So you can see now 4 granddaughters. 2 for Matthias, 2 for Lothar. No grandsons so far. We need to get working on that. All right, we've got a nice amount of money at this point. I'm going to go ahead and construct a new holding in Augsburg. Oh, it's not going to let me do it, huh? I need to have city planning. All right, so we're going to have to work on building up our culture a little bit. In the meantime, what can we do? Perhaps upgrade one. Upgrade our guild halls. Can't upgrade these. All right, I'm going to hang on to the money for now. Oh, here we go again. Ever since I learned that my wife has been unfaithful to our union, I look with suspicion upon everyone close to her, even my own children. I need to make sure. Only a 58% chance of discovering the truth. All right, they have been misgivings. This is such a relief. All right, victory in the war, thank goodness. My spies have found no indication I should suspect her lineage. That's fine. All right, now, can we create that kingdom title? Or are there other things that are keeping it? We do not fulfill all the requirements. What are the requirements? Oh, I've got to be illustrious or above and hold at least 3 or more duchies or have a realm size. All right, we got a long way to go for that. All right, so that's not happening anytime soon. So here's the good news. Now we got a whole lot of money we can spend on building some new things. So we just got to look around and figure out where we're going to invest. We can't build any new holdings. But what we can do, really, I'm not worried about the size of my army, although it wouldn't be a bad thing to create a new men-at-arms regiment. And our culture means that the heavy stuff tends to work best. So armored footmen, heavy infantry, we get bonuses for that. So we're going to do that. And I'm actually going to increase the size of it all the way to 3, which is the max. I'll also go ahead and invest in the county of Kempton, which is one of mine. We're going to build farms and fields, which is a nice early investment to make. It gives us plus 0.5 per month. So the 13-year-old Count Gilbert of Nancy has declared a war for an artifact claim. What does he want? Count Pepin of Vermandois, with a really cool hat, by the way, who has a bunch of allies. You know what? I'm going to decline. It's going to hurt me, but I'm going to decline. And my children need guardians. Let's go based on sum of all skills. There we go. I'm going to let her raise both of them. Your dishonor comes at a cost. Whatever. Once again, she's absent from my chambers as night falls. You know, really, I'm getting tired of this from my 48-year-old wife. Her every move will be watched. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just spy on her. I don't want to go full Henry VIII and, like, execute her or anything. So as we wrap up this episode, I'm just going to take a look here at the Duchy of Bavaria, which is going to be our second duchy that we're going to work on creating. Now, we're going to need 5 of the counties to create that duchy. We have 2. We're going to need 3 more. And so all of these are a part of that. And this guy has been ticking me off, and we've been fighting, so it's his that we're going to go after next. So let's go ahead and start fabricating that claim on Ingolstadt. And that'll be for the next episode. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. If you like this and you want to see more, please hit that like button. And we will continue this series in a couple of days. Thanks for watching.